A few weeks ago, we told you about how Russia has a new super bomb in its arsenal, the FAB-1500, a bomb so powerful it helped the Russian troops capture Ukraine's last stronghold, Avdiivka. Well, today, I'm about to tell you about another new bomb that will make the FAB-1500 look like nothing. Russia has started mass producing FAB-3000. A super bomb that is sure to make the Russian military an even more formidable force. Now, just to give you an idea, while the FAB-1500, weighing 1,500 kgs, carries nearly 700 kgs of explosives, the new FAB-3000 bomb weighs 3,000 kgs. Now, the question is, why does Russia, an already powerful military, need such a big bomb? And what strategic importance does it hold for the Russian army? Also, isn't a 3-ton super bomb a bit of an overkill? Does Ukraine or any of its allies have anything in their arsenal that can fend off this new Russian threat? Let's find out. First, let me tell you about the FAB-3000. It's a super heavy aerial bomb. It has been designed for strategic use by the Tu-22M3 heavy bombers. It can carry 1,400 kgs of TNT, fitted with wings and satellite guidance. This new mega bomb would make a powerful standoff munition. According to Russian media reports, the FAB-3000 are designed to strike strong points at underground, even concrete reinforced command points. They can penetrate their targets, exploding and destroying everything, including underground warehouses. In short, these are some very new, powerful bombs. But are these bombs practical? Western experts don't think so. They say that the FAB-3000 as a glide bomb would be unwieldy and lacking in range. These bombs would basically require the Russian bombers to fly past the front lines and face the Ukrainian air defenses. This will give them a tough challenge, as per the experts. You see, when the war started in the year 2022, the Russian Air Force largely sat out the back half of the year. Once the Ukrainian air defenses recovered from the shock of Russia's initial attack, it had become dangerous for the Russian warplanes to fly over past the front line. And at that time, the Russian Air Force, unlike most Western air forces, had not invested much in long-range precision weapons. All that changed last year. The Russians started bolting pop-out wings as well as satellite guidance kits to what are now called dump bombs. These were rough analogues of American Joint Direct Attack munition and French Hammer glide bombs. By lobbing these bombs, sometimes as far as 25 miles past the front line, the Russians could flatten Ukrainian positions without exposing themselves to their air defenses. Now, using glide bombs has become standard practice for the Russian forces. In fact, Russia can credit these glide bombs for their territorial gains. Daily barrages of 100 or more glide bombs flattened what was left of Avdiivka, forcing the Ukrainian troops to withdraw from this former stronghold in February. In all, the Russians have dropped hundreds of glide bombs this year. According to Ukrainian Lieutenant General Ivan Gavriluk, that's 16 times as many glide bombs as they dropped last year, 16 times. And that's the strategic advantage of these mega bombs. So, does Ukraine have anything in its arsenal that can beat this Russian menace? Well, yes and no. Ukraine's best air defenses being the American-made Patriots. They range as far as 90 miles. In principle, they can hit the glide bombers before they release their munitions. But that can happen only if the Patriot crew hit the road and deploy close to the front line. But you see, that exposes the Ukrainian Patriots to Russian missile attacks. In February, the Ukrainian air defenses successfully shot down 13 Russian Sukhois in 13 days. But their redeployment ended in disaster. In March, a Russian drone spotted the Patriot convoy near the front line and fired an Iskander ballistic missile at them, blowing up at least 2 Patriot launchers. The Ukrainians pulled back and the Russians went back to dropping glide bombs. Now, the new wing kit has extended the range of the standard Russian glide bomb. Whereas earlier their range was 25 miles, now their range is around 40 miles, which means that these Russian bombs are not only heavy and dangerous, they are also now harder to target. Just given the impunity with which Russians can drop glide bombs at the Ukrainians, and also given the apparent massive supply of these super bombs, there is no reason why the Russians cannot field heavier versions of this weapon. After all, they appear to be very, very powerful. According to military experts, Ukraine has nothing up its sleeves to counter the Russian FAB-3000 bomb. They say that the new bombs may play a crucial role in Russia's future offensives on the battlefield. Russia has reportedly enhanced the FAB-3000 bomb with a correction module. And with this upgrade, the FAB-3000's destructive power has become even more formidable. Meanwhile, the killing of the president of a Gurdwara in Canada has been dominating headlines. Who was he? What really happened? And what do we know so far? Let me get you the details. What was his name? Bhuta Singh Gill. Bhuta Singh Gill. He was shot dead. We'll tell you more about what happened and why this is a major cause of concern. First, let me tell you a bit about Bhuta Singh Gill. Like I said, he was the head of a Gurdwara in Canada, in Edmonton to be precise. It's the capital city of the Canadian province of Alberta. Bhuta Singh Gill was also the owner of a construction firm and a prominent builder. Reports say on Monday he was shot dead. A shooting spree in broad daylight unfolded at a construction site in the Alberta province. Reports say Bhuta Singh Gill was shot multiple times. According to the police, they located 3 injured males. It was then determined that 2 males were dead and another was seriously injured. The paramedics transported him to a hospital. It's a shocking incident, a shooting spree in broad daylight. It has ignited fresh concerns about the security situation in Canada. The incident has sent shock waves through the community. It's been called a devastating loss for the community. What really happened? According to a report, the autopsies in the case are expected to be finished in the next couple of days, and the police have initiated an investigation into the matter. So we will have to wait and watch. And staying with Canada, it has egg on its face. An official investigation into allegations of foreign interference in Canada's 2021 federal election has concluded. They found that India did not meddle in the Canadian electoral process. Instead, the culprit was China. The investigation, which was led by a panel of senior Canadian officials, was initiated amid concerns over the integrity of the national polls. It followed claims by Canada's Security Intelligence Service, or the CSIS, suggesting possible interference by both India and Pakistan in the 2019 and 2021 elections. Well, now, the panel has found no evidence to support those allegations against India. In fact, according to the probe panel, there was a lack of information on any disinformation campaigns originating from India. They also noted the absence of tactics that could be traced back to the Indian government during the election campaign.
Because there was no information suggesting that there was disinformation or originating from that source in the Canadian information ecosphere during that period.
And I do not believe during the 2021 election that we saw evidence of government of India using those tools in the campaign.
However, the same investigation found China had interfered in the last 2 Canadian elections. The investigation found that in both cases, the Chinese interference focused on supporting those seen as either pro-China or neutral on issues of interest to the Chinese government. What's more, the task force aimed at tracking foreign interference in polls further found that there was a campaign online and in the media to discourage Canadians, particularly of Chinese heritage, from supporting the Conservative Party. Although the task force concluded that foreign interference did not have any bearing on the election's final result, but the Chinese intervention did cost the Conservatives. And guess who won those elections? Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's Liberal Party. The controversy had led Prime Minister Trudeau to establish a commission to delve into the matter of foreign interference. In fact, Trudeau himself scheduled to testify before the inquiry panel. In the aftermath of these initial allegations of India's involvement, Foreign Affairs Ministry spokesperson Randhir Jaiswal had strongly denied the claims. He had stressed on India's commitment to non-interference in the democratic processes of other countries, and India now stands vindicated.